Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today I want to pour a flower and I want to use a round mold, and it's the disc mold from MoldsandShapes and it's 20 centimeter in diameter. I mixed my resin and I can start pouring. I have here the mastercast resin. I put 20 grams each into little cups. And here I added 2 pigment drops in white. I'm stirring my resin very, very well. And yeah, then I take some of the sand mica powder. It's from ColorBerry. And you see just a little bit into my white. So it gets a little bit of an off-white and not such a hard and really bright white. I'm also mixing this very, very well. Next color is a silver and it's a metal powder. So you see I just take a little bit and then I'm taking some alcohol ink, and sorry I showed this a little bit off camera. And this is the berry juice. It's an alcohol ink from Octopus fluids. And have a look what amazing color you can achieve by putting alcohol inks into your silver. You can also do this with acrylic inks, with resin inks. It's up to you, but I'm choosing alcohol inks and yeah. Anyway, I have here my mold and I'm adding some resin into the mold, and there I saw that I have some hair in my mold, so I need to tidy it a little bit. I need to get rid of it, and then I can add my clear resin. I have around about, 190 grams of resin, which I pour into this mold, and my mold is not full because I want to make a back layer. I'm not always doing a back layer, but for this pour, I thought I'm gonna do a back layer, and that's why I didn't fill up my mold so much. And now I'm taking my dotting tool, get rid of all the bubbles which are trapped at the sides, and yeah, just taking them out and just have a look that everything is gone. And then I'm taking the heat gun and I'm just popping the rest of the bubbles which are trapped on the surface. And then my resin is ready to go. Like I said, I'm using the mastercast resin. It's from Elichum, from the UK, but I get it from Etta Art. And yeah, if you're interested in the pigment drops in the mastercast resin, please have a look in my description box, and there are the promo codes also from MoldsandShapes and of course Octopus fluids. I have here the alcohol ink plum, and I'm just randomly placing my drops. You see it there. Just 1 drop each normally, but there I had a little accident. This sometimes happens. And then there were some crumbs from the dried alcohol inks in my resin, so I needed to take it out. And for my center, I have the sapphire blue. And I thought it's a nice color combination for what I want to do. And then I'm taking the dotting tool and I'm just carefully swirling a little bit. Not too much, because I just want the colors to be where they are. That's why I'm doing only a little swirl. So now my silverish, pinkish color, or I don't know how to call it, dusty pink silver, is ready to go. And I'm just doing the normal spiral, because I think, by pouring spirals, you can get so beautiful results. But of course, it's up to everyone else, or to everyone individually, how they prefer to make their blooms. But I think the easiest way, especially for beginners, is a spiral, and you can use a piping bag, but you can also pour out of the cup. Yeah, like I said, the Mastercast resin is a high viscosity resin. I mixed the resin, and this time I didn't let it sit. Sometimes I let it sit for 10 minutes. I didn't do it this time. Looking backwards, I think I should have maybe waited a little bit, but you will see at the end, and I'm very curious what you say about it. Anyway, there's now my white, or my off-white, and I'm also going in a spiral. I just make sure that I'm smoothing out a little bit where I started pouring, and then a quick torch, and then I can make my flower design. I think the colors are awesome. I really like it. So now I'm taking my dusty silver pink, or how I call it, and I make a last loop just around the outer edge. So, and now I'm smoothing out a little bit where I ended, and then I can take my dotting tool and I can draw my flower. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go from the outside to the inside, and do you see these little parts where clear is between? Yeah, the pinkish. It's where I place my drops, and there I'm pulling my stick through, like I said, from the outside to the inside. And I stop before the center. I'm not going right or straight to the center. I just, stop a little bit before. And you see, I'm taking my time. I just enjoy pouring this. I'm enjoying making this flower design, and I'm not rushing, and this is what I like. And now I just pull my stick from the inside to the outside. I think you've seen this design many, many times, but I think it's always nice doing it this way. Making the flowers, because with a spiral it's the easiest way, and depending on what you use, you get so beautiful designs, and I hope it's gonna work this time as well. I also like the color in the center, this sapphire blue, and then the different shadings of the pinkish, because of the alcohol inks, and also because of the alcohol ink inside my silver color. And now I'm just taking this little stick, and I just emphasize a little bit the flower more. And then I can let my resin cure. I can just let my resin do whatever it needs to do. I'm not really swirling in the center. I just smoothing out a little bit the center, because I was afraid I would get a blob. And then, like I said, quick torch, and then I just let the resin do its work, do its magic, because resin does magic. Anyway, this is straight away after I made my design, and look how it's looking like this now. I really like it, and I wished it would have stopped moving. That's why I said earlier, maybe I should have waited like 10 minutes before pouring. This time I didn't wait at all. But I would have laughed, because I like the outer petals and the silver and the, this color, this dusty silver pink, how I called it. It's looking so awesome. But you see, it's the next day, and it moved all the way. You see it. It didn't stay like this. So I'm hoping I get some nice result. I have here from Let's Resin pigment paste in blue. And I'm just going with 4 drops. Yeah, I needed to squeeze. No, there are even 6 drops. I'm counting now. And I just, mix my resin. I think I mixed up another 150 grams. And you see, I was not quite happy with this bluish tone at that moment, but I also added some deep blue. It's also mica from ColorBerry, just a little bit, not too much, because I still wanted it to be rather transparent. And I'm also mixing it to see what color I get. And I was already happy with this color. It's a beautiful blue tone with both colors together. I really like it, because you also get such a beautiful sheen when you use mica powder. And yeah, I'm stirring this very well. And then I had also another idea. I have these G-flakes from Miss ColorBerry, and I just add a little bit so I get some golden shimmer. I was not sure how much to use. I'm also mixing this into my resin very, very well. And then I thought, no, just go with a little bit more. So I'm adding a little bit more of these flakes, stirring this again very well, and then I can make my back layer. I thought this blue gives a nice contrast to the pinkish tone which I have, and that's why I decided using this blue. And do you see how nicely it sparkles? I also hope it sparkles on the other side, where I have a little bit my negative space. And yeah, like I said, hopefully I have here a nice sparkle in the background, and hopefully it makes my colors pop. But we will see at the end. So, and now I just spritz a little bit of alcohol so that my surface has not any bubbles. And well, this is now the next morning and I can demold. I'm very curious. It was actually today. I'm very, very curious how this is going to look like. And yeah, there's a little bit of speck. You see it on that side, but it's a back side, so I don't mind. And let's have a look. And look at this. I'm so happy with this one because I'm so happy how the colors are looking, how how you have this extreme sheen to this pinkish color, to this dusty rose, and the blue in the center, which I did with the alcohol ink, looks more like a purple, and I really like it. I think it's looking gorgeous from the colors, and the blendings are beautiful. And I also think that using the blue for the background is the right choice. I'm very, very happy with this pour, and yeah, I just wonder what you think. I think it really looks very much 3D, as if the flower is lying in a little bit in a shape on top of the blue. I really like it. So with this, I love and leave you. I thank you for watching like always, and please take good care of yourself, guys. Bye bye.